gonna get there. Mr. Ivancic, how old are you?
I'm 59 years old.
And you don't have to give me the exact address, but what area do you live in?
I live in West Palm Beach, Florida, the other side of the state.
And how long have you been down there?
Over 30 years.
Now, I want to ask you about some people. Did you know someone else by the name of Richard Ivancic?
Yes, my father.
Okay. And do you know his date of birth?
Yes, December 13th, 1947.
Okay. Now, whereabouts were you born? What area of the country?
Cleveland, Ohio.
And what's your mother's name? First name?
Janet.
Now, your mother, Janet, was she married to your father?
She was. They were high school sweethearts.
And where did you all live when you were young?
West side of Cleveland, pretty much all over the west side of Cleveland.
Ohio people?
Ohio people.
It's all Ohio to me.
Very good Midwestern people.
And do you have any brothers with the same mother, Janet?
Yes.
Or and sisters?
My one is here today, Mark, my youngest brother. Mike is the third oldest, and then my sister Renee is here today as well. There's actually 4 of us within a matter of 6 years.
Okay.
So very close to age.
So who do you know Laura Ivancic?
Yes.
Who is she to you?
I knew her.
Who is she to
She's
you?
my dad's second wife.
Okay. And when did she come into your life?
About a year after I graduated high school in 1985.
Okay. And obviously by then your father was divorced. And did he marry Laura?
Yes.
And while they were together, through the 80s, 90s, what area of the country?
Could we approach?
In Ohio.
All right, you may. You may continue.
Thank you, Judge. So, Laura and your father were living in Ohio. While they were in Ohio, were they fostering children?
Yes. Yes.
And through fostering children, did they eventually adopt 2 children?
Yes.
And do you know their names?
Jamie and Nick. Nicholas and Jamie.
So, I guess, what would that make their Nicholas and Jamie's relationship to you be?
They were ours, not by blood, but by age. They call brothers and sisters, I guess you can call to us, but they weren't by blood.
Okay.
Stop.
Now, at some point, did your father move down near you?
Yes, he did.
And was that in the few years prior to his death?
Yes, it was.
And roughly what area of the state did he move into?
I lived on the west side, or the east coast of Florida. Near me is Lake Worth, Florida. The mobile home there. I was waiting for Laura to come down, and I don't know if it's as expensive here as it is in West Palm, but it's a little expensive over there, so we decided to move from West Palm to this side of the state.
So when he moved down, did Laura move down with him?
No, he did not. No, she did because she was taking care of her mom.
Okay. And did your mom pass in a couple of years before all this happened?
Yes. I think it was 2017, if I'm not mistaken.
Shortly before then all this happened.
Yes.
Once Laura's mother passed, she moved down with Richard.
That was the plan, yes.
Okay. Backing up a little bit, did Nick also move to Florida and live with Rich during a period of time?
Yes, he felt it was better to try to join his dad because of employment opportunities.
Okay. And were you aware, did your father and Laura and Nick at some point move to 1954 Juanita Way in Tarpon Springs?
Yes, yes.
Was that roughly middle of 2018?
Roughly, yes.
Had you been to that residence ever before all this happened?
Yes, I had. I was there once before, or shortly after they moved in. I couldn't help them move because I travel a lot, so they had moved in and he wanted me to come over and see it. I happened to be there at a cigar event, so I popped in.
Okay.
I mean, Tampa, popped in to see it. It's a nice community.
All right.
Exactly what you need.
Let me ask you this. In terms of Laura and Richard, did they keep a clean house or did they leave stuff lying around all over the place?
It's funny you ask me that. My dad is very anal retentive. Okay? He's an engineer, or he was an engineer, so he likes things very organized, very neat, very tidy.
Okay. So would it be unusual to see receipts and things lying around the house, trash on the floor, or
Absolutely.
walls messed up,
Absolutely.
couches across doorways?
Very unusual.
Okay. So would you talk to your father on the phone, text with him, those types of things?
Yes.
Every now and then see him?
At least every week or so, we check in. I would probably call him or text him if I was traveling to a unique location because he likes cigars as well. I would share cigars with him. I'm in that business, so that's how we connected at a later age.
Okay. Do you recall his 71st birthday,
I did.
December 13th of 2018? Did you have any contact with him on that day?
I did call him. I called him up 13 to wish him happy birthday. I think it was later in the day. I think it was during the week. I think I might have been traveling before the holidays. And we were kidding or joking because he was excited that his grandkids were coming. I have two kids myself that are about the same age as his two kids. And girls, they live out of state. And I was traveling to see them for Christmas. So we were sort of joking about that on his birthday.
Okay. And you were going to visit your children who recently had grandchildren?
Yes, it was my first and only granddaughter. It was the first Christmas, so I wanted to be there for Christmas. So
And were you talking to your father about that because this would have been his great grandchild?
I was, and he would comment back that he was going to have his grandkids come and visit too, with Jamie and the defendant.
Now, in that discussion, did you discuss that when you got to North Carolina, South Carolina? South Carolina, that you would be communicating with him and sending him photographs and things of that nature because of the
Yeah, he
occasion?
loved receiving pictures, especially like I said, I travel a lot. I send him pictures of a lot of places I go to. So he wanted to see some pictures of his great grandchildren, which were good.
And when you would send him photographs and things like that, would he normally say something about it? Or
I would
respond?
always see some kind of response. It could be a like on the picture, it could be, something about the picture. I would always see some kind of response, yes.
So would it be unusual if you sent him photographs of the new great grandchild and then get no response?
Very unusual, yes.
Okay. So that birthday, December 13th, 2018, was that the last time you talked or saw your father? Or had any contact with him at all?
It was last time I saw him.
So obviously, at that point in December, you're going up to visit family, about to be the holiday season. Were there multiple times between then and New Year's that you were sending him photographs?
Yes. Yes.
And did you get any responses after that?
I know.
Did it get to the point where you were concerned?
Yes.
Did you try to call him?
I did.
And did you get any response?
None whatsoever.
Was that unusual?
Yes.
So, as time goes on, is there come a point, December 31st, where you're traveling back?
It's about 10 hours from South Carolina back to West Palm. I had plenty of time on my hands to talk. So, after I tried reaching out to him, no answer. I don't remember if I tried texting Laura or not. I don't remember. But I I know I touched my sister, who's here, and my brothers, one of them's here. And they hadn't spoken with him since his birthday either. They told me. Then I called his brother, his older brother. He's one of 6 children, so we come from a railroad family. I called his brother, my Uncle Ken, and we tried to start putting together a timeline. When was the last time we talked to him? And the best thing he could recollect was the 14th or 15th. And I was 13. So that was the end of that day. I got home and I went to bed and woke up the next morning and said, the sun's just not seeming right. Okay? I have a lot of friends in law enforcement and I know what a welfare check is.
All right, now, let me ask you this, so, now you've compared notes, are you concerned?
Very good to this.
Now, you know what a welfare check is, have you ever called in a welfare check before?
No, never.
Is that something that you just like, hey, I haven't talked to somebody, I think I'm gonna call the police and have them check?
No, I talked to a couple of friends of mine, just to say, what can I do? I mean, besides driving over, which is 4 miles away, could be fine. They suggested do a welfare check. I thought about it, said, that's a good idea.
Okay. So when did you place that call?
Tuesday.
So January 1st of 2019? Okay. And when you called, were you put in contact with Hartford Springs Police Department?
Yes.
And did you provide them some information and why you were calling and why they were going to end up going out to 1954 when either way?
Yes, they were. Gave me the address, told what my concern was about the pictures, not hearing back from them. The officer said he would call me on the way there, and she did. When I hadn't heard anything for quite some time, I became very concerned.
Okay.
That something had happened.
Was there in having the officer go out and do the welfare check, were you hoping to hear back from the officer pretty quickly?
Yeah, it was.
And in fact, did you get upset when you hadn't heard from him in hours?
Yes.
And then did you try to get more information about why hadn't you heard?
Well, yes, I did.
Okay.
I didn't have any information back, so I know quite a few people in this side of the state. She called a bunch of friends and asked them to go up. One of them called me back and told me they.
Mrs. State.
So, eventually, did you get in contact with law enforcement?
I did.
And at that point, did they give you some of the information about what had happened?
Yes.
Judge Mayborn?
You may.
Couple questions for you. Was Nicholas also living at 1954 when you were with them? And there was a van there. Was that the vehicle that Nicholas generally would drive?
Yeah, it was in my dad's name, I believe, but he was driving because Laura didn't share another car. He did it was stolen.
Okay. Did there come a point around January 4th-ish where after law enforcement, and maybe 4th, maybe 5th, after law enforcement had been in the house and done the investigation, that you had an opportunity to go in the house?
I did.
Now, and did you see the state of the house?
I did.
Is that the way that your father would have, and your stepmom would have kept the house?
Something I don't want to do.
I don't have any more questions.
Thank you. Any cross-examination?